The kingdom of Ukra was a land of rolling hills and fertile valleys. Its people were known for their strength, their courage, and their love of freedom. For generations, they had lived in peace and prosperity, ruled by a long line of wise and just kings. King Theon was the latest in this line. He was a good man, loved by his people. He ruled with wisdom and fairness. He had a wife, Queen Lyra, who was known for her kindness and intelligence. They had a young son, Prince Darion, a bright boy who dreamed of one day becoming a great warrior like his father. Life was good in Ukra. The people were content. The harvest was plentiful. The future looked bright. But all that was about to change. A shadow was spreading across the land. A darkness was coming from the east, and it threatened to engulf Ukra and all it held dear. The threat came in the form of an empire, vast and powerful, driven by a hunger for conquest. This was the Rhudadab Empire, and its armies were at Ukra's borders. The Rhudadab Empire was a stark contrast to Ukra. It was a land of harsh deserts and towering mountains, its people hardened by the unforgiving landscape. They were ruled by Emperor Zulkar, a ruthless tyrant who brooked no dissent. Zulkar's ambition was as boundless as the desert itself. He craved power, wealth, and dominion over all he surveyed, and he would stop at nothing to achieve his goals. Zulkar's armies were vast and brutal. They were renowned for their ruthlessness and efficiency in battle. They were equipped with terrifying weapons, the likes of which Ukra had never seen. They were a force of nature, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. The Rhudadab army moved like a plague across the land. They devoured everything in their path. King Theon watched with growing unease as the Rhudadab Empire tightened its grip on the lands surrounding his kingdom. He knew that Ukra, despite its strengths, was no match for the might of Zulkar's forces. The king was a man of peace, but he was also a pragmatist. He knew that to protect his people, he had to act, and act quickly. He called upon his advisors. They huddled in the war room, their faces grim. The situation was dire. They needed help. King Theon made a fateful decision. He sent emissaries to the stars, seeking aid from other kingdoms in the galaxy. The emissaries traveled on swift ships, their mission urgent and vital. They carried with them the hopes of Ukra, a plea for assistance against an overwhelming foe. Only one kingdom answered Ukra's call, the kingdom of Amerasian, a technologically advanced nation with a powerful military, but their aid came with a price. The kingdom of Amerasian was known for its technological prowess and its powerful military. It was a beacon of progress and innovation, its cities gleaming with chrome and glass. Amerasian was ruled by Queen Selena, a wise and capable leader. However, not all in Amerasian were altruistic. Some saw Ukra's plight as an opportunity for their own gain. They were willing to exploit Ukra's desperation to further their own ambitions. Amerasian agreed to help Ukra, but their offer was not entirely selfless. They demanded control of Ukra's military, a hefty sum of gold, and access to Ukra's rich mineral resources. King Theon was hesitant, but he felt he had no choice. He agreed to Amerasian's terms, hoping that it would be enough to save his kingdom. Little did he know that he was playing into the hands of a far more insidious enemy, one lurking within the heart of Amerasian itself. Section 5. The Serpent in the Garden. Ella Wilder's ambition. Ella Wilder was a woman of immense wealth and influence in Amerasian. She was a shrewd businesswoman, but beneath her polished exterior lurked a heart filled with resentment and ambition. Wilder had long held a grudge against Queen Selena and the Amerasian government. She believed that she, with her wealth and intellect, was better suited to rule. Wilder saw an opportunity in Ukra's plea for help. She knew that Amerasian's involvement in the war would drain its resources and distract its leadership. This was her chance to seize control. She began to sow seeds of discord within Amerasian society, using her wealth and influence to manipulate events to her advantage. She funded anti-government groups, spread propaganda and bribed officials, all with the aim of undermining Queen Selena's authority and positioning herself as the savior of Amerasian. Section 6. Seeds of Discord, Wilder's Web of Lies. Wilder understood the power of information. She began to spread rumors and disinformation about Queen Selena and the war in Ukra. She used her connections in the media to paint a picture of a government that was incompetent and corrupt. more interested in foreign entanglements than in the welfare of its own people. She claimed that Queen Selene had made a secret pact with the Urdadab Empire, sacrificing Ukra to save Amerasian. This lie spread like wildfire through the hearts of the people. Wilder's lies resonated with a segment of the population that was already disillusioned with the government. The cost of the war was high, and many questioned the need for Amerasian involvement. Wilder expertly exploited their fears and anxieties, turning them against their own leadership. She fueled a fire of resentment that threatened to consume Amerasian from within. Section 7. The Fall of Amerasian, a Nation Divided. As the war between Ukra and the Urdadab Empire raged on, Amerasian found itself embroiled in a different kind of conflict, a civil war, fueled by Wilder's machinations. The once united nation was now bitterly divided, with those loyal to Queen Selene clashing with those who had been swayed by Wilder's propaganda. Wilder had positioned herself as the champion of the people, the only one who could save Amerasian from the corrupt government and the disastrous war. The fighting escalated quickly, engulfing Amerasian's cities in chaos. Wilder, with her vast resources, had amassed a private army equipped with advanced weaponry. They struck at key government installations, crippling communication networks and sowing panic among the populace. In the ensuing chaos, Queen Selene was captured by Wilder's forces, accused of treason and corruption. With Selene removed from power, Wilder declared herself the new ruler of Amerasian, promising to restore order and prosperity. Section 8. The Puppet King Ukra's Humiliation. With Amerasian now under her control, Wilder turned her attention back to Ukra. She knew that King Theon, dependent on Amerasian aid, was now at her mercy. She contacted him, feigning concern for his well-being and offering to negotiate a peace treaty with the Urdadab Empire. King Theon, desperate to end the war and unaware of the coup in Amerasian, readily agreed. He trusted Wilder, believing her to be an ally. He would soon learn the folly of his trust. Wilder arranged a grand peace summit, inviting leaders from across the galaxy to witness the end of the conflict. King Theon arrived, hopeful for peace, only to be met with humiliation. Wilder, standing beside a triumphant Emperor Zulkar, publicly accused King Theon of warmongering and treachery. She presented fabricated evidence of his supposed crimes, using her influence to sway the assembled dignitaries. The summit, meant to be a celebration of peace, became a stage for King Theon's downfall. Section 9. A New Dawn, a Dark Shadow, the Price of Betrayal. Stripped of his dignity and authority, King Theon was forced to abdicate his throne. The Urdadab Empire, with Wilder's blessing, installed a puppet ruler in Ukra, effectively making the once proud kingdom a vassal state. Wilder had achieved her goal. She had seized control of Amerasian, manipulated the war to her advantage, and positioned herself as a power player on the galactic stage. But her victory came at a terrible cost. The war had left scars on both Ukra and Amerasian, their people divided and disillusioned. The story of King Theon's fall is a cautionary tale about the dangers of blind trust and the corrupting influence of power. It highlights the importance of critical thinking and the need to question those in positions of authority. It serves as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope can be found in the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of truth.